Kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Georgia, just south of Chattanooga, in Rossville or Roswell, depending on how you want to say it. They're very confusing here in the south. Anyway, it's been an awesome day. Hope you've had a super fantastic sparkling day too. How did you do with your challenges today? Let's see, your mastermind challenge was obstacles. Looking at the obstacles that you're facing, and are they a full roadblock telling you that you don't need to be going down that road, you need to change direction? Because obstacles are detours in the right direction. So which direction are you supposed to be going? So check those obstacles. What are they? Oh, hey, Zeph. You gonna come up to say hello, have you? Come here. Nope. I'm kind of, sort of. You gonna say hi? Aw. For those that want to say hi to Zeph. Yeah, pretty girl. So which obstacles are you facing, and which direction should you be going? Is there a new direction in your life you should be taking yourself? Should you be rebranding your business, starting a new business? Should you be finding a new work, employment, whatever? Just look at the obstacles you're facing and figure out, where do I go from here? What's these obstacles trying to tell me? Your business one was research the competition. What is your competition doing that you're not? Are they being successful at it? Are they... Hey, that's my book. You do not need to be putting your nose prints all over it. Thank you, because you'll probably put it on the floor, and I need to use that. So have you researched your competition? What are they doing that you're not doing, or what aren't they doing that you could be doing in order to make sure that you're up, ready to go, and you are already rolling. You're rolling with getting ready to push your foot down on the pedal. Thank you. Do you want me to look after that? She's giving me her true stick. And then what did you do for your Wacky Wednesday? Did you go whack some pillows with a baseball bat or a cricket bat or a hockey stick? Did you go to a hitting range, a hitting outfit where you could whack some baseballs or some golf balls? Did you go play a round of golf? Did you just get up and do some wacky dances, make up some weird dances and things? Just what fun stuff did you get up to today that was just wild and wacky? And so I haven't done my wild and wacky yet. It's currently raining. If you're wondering I'm not sure if you can hear the noise on the roof at the moment, but it is raining. It's not as heavy as it was about an hour and a half ago. It was bucketing down. And I have these new people that moved in next to me, and they had the awning out, and one part of the awning collapsed a little bit and poured all this water off the roof. So he's now got it angled so that it's constantly draining and not able to pull in one area and put strain on the awning. But it was pouring off there. It was interesting to watch. But this is what happens when you go camping. You got to be aware of things like this. So we've currently got the rain running down on the roof. We're supposed to be going for a walk. I guess I'll be pulling out the rain poncho and putting the shorts on, which is nice. The rain poncho comes down to my knees anyway, and that way I don't have to worry about yoga pants getting wet, sweatpants getting wet, or anything like that. It has been very cool today. It's been nice. We had the windows open for a while, but then had to close them when the rain started because we would have got wet. And that wouldn't have been good, getting the inside wet. I don't mind going outside and getting wet. But yeah, Zeffie doesn't like going out in the rain, so this is going to be an interesting trip outside. So today we got I had a mastermind group meet today. Great conversations, great brainstorming, great ideas. I love masterminding when people get into the hot seat and stuff, and they talk about things that they want to change in their business or looking at changing. Do they rebrand? Do they continue the way they're going and just redo things? Do they change careers altogether? They've had certain problems. What do they do in those situations? Lots of great ideas and great conversations that went on. It was awesome. Felt very privileged to lead this particular mastermind group. So because there's just amazing people that are part of this group, and they're very, very smart people, and so I appreciate the fact that I get to chair the workshop for the mastermind group for them, and it's a great privilege to do that. So I enjoyed that, and then I got to have a great conversation with another person later on who was part of that mastermind group, and couldn't make it online today, so I got to have a great conversation with them, and that was another awesome call. Just love that. So I've had a really good day. A lot of time on phones and on Zooms. Then I had my weekly accountability call with my accountability partner for my business stuff, and one of my goals that was to be completed by the 29th or the 23rd of this month got completed on Saturday or Sunday it got completed. So I was able to tell her that I finished it way ahead of time, which is awesome. And I got another couple which are going to be very close. They may be on the actual deadline date or just before or just after, depending how much work I get done in the next couple of days. But it was good to go through the goals, and it's always good to have somebody, when you're in business, it's good to have somebody that you're accountable to say, this is what I want to achieve this week, because then you're more likely to do it than just say, oh yeah, I want to get this done this week. And if you're not accountable to anybody, then how are you going to get it done? Yes, you can be accountable to yourself, but then there's times it's like, oh, I really don't have to have it done this week, I'll get it done next week. But when you actually have to call somebody else and tell them, I didn't do it, how many times do you want to say that to somebody? I didn't do this because. How many times do you want to say that to somebody? So I love my accountability calls. My accountability coach keeps my feet to the fire. And, oh, thank you. So she's just bought me her Himalayan chew stick for safekeeping. This is her giving it to me. She's pushing me. She wants me to hide it somewhere for her. Okay, we'll put it down here, okay? Put it down here on the seat next to us. Is it safe now? Okay. Then my next accountability call was cool because you remember I was doing the accountability on this book here with the super attractor. Well, we finished that one last week. So we are now doing this one, Think and Grow Rich. It's awesome. So this week we're doing a chapter a week. There's 15 chapters, so we're going to be busy for the next 3 weeks. 15 weeks. Let's try and get that right. But what was interesting is that at the end of chapter 1, there's a letter that was written by Jennings Randolph, who was actually a member of Congress. I had to go look it up before the call. From March 4th, 1933 to January 3rd, 1947. He was a congressman, a member of Congress. And in 1922, Napoleon Hill actually gave a commencement speech, did the commencement address at Salem College in Salem, West Virginia. And this guy, Jennings Randolph, was actually graduating that year. He was a graduate that year and was there when Napoleon Hill was talking about it. So he goes through in his and he writes a letter that got included in the front of this, and he's talking about his time sitting there and how something that Napoleon Hill said in that commencement address inspired him to take him further and helped him get into Congress and all that sort of stuff. But what was interesting, now, okay, so this book, Think and Grow Rich, was first published in 1936. Jennings Randolph was a member of Congress from 1933 to 1947. I don't know at what point he wrote this letter. It doesn't state exactly when he wrote the letter. But what was interesting, what he wrote in the letter, and when I read it, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so relevant to today. He wrote, because remember, that was during the Great Depression that he was writing this letter. Millions of people are now facing the problem of staging a comeback because of the Depression. I thought, wow, there are a lot of people that are going to be facing that from the coronavirus. But this is worldwide. It's not just one country. It's worldwide. And he says, I speak from personal experience when I say I know these earnest people would welcome the opportunity to tell you their problems and receive your suggestions for their solution. You know the problems of those who face the necessity of beginning all over again. There are thousands of people in America today who would like to know how they can convert ideas into money, people who must start from scratch without finances and recoup their losses. If anyone can help them, you can. This was in a letter that was written sometime between 1933 and 1947, well, during the Great Depression, to Napoleon Hill, and this book, Think and Grow Rich, came out in 1936. And I'm like reading that and I'm like, wow, it's still relevant. That's what I love about these books that were written back in the 30s. There's another one that, The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz. In the book, he talks about he says even now they're talking about building a tunnel under the ocean between England and France. And I was like, hang on, he's talking about the channel that just opened. And it was like, I read that in that book, The Magic of Thinking Big, within a year of the channel opening. And I was like, wow. And I had to sit there and think, okay, this was whatever year it was, and that was back then, and look to see when it was first published and all that sort of stuff. And it was like 60 years in the making, 60 years they worked on that idea to make the channel a reality. And so it's interesting that books like Think and Grow Rich, The Magic of Thinking Big, books that were written in the 1930s, how relevant they are today. And some of them even more so, because these books came out during the Depression. And when you look at what we're going through right now with this pandemic and stuff, a lot of what people went through back then is going to be so relevant today, with people as things start opening up again. Some businesses have closed permanently. Some have got people that are on furlough. Some people have laid people off completely. There's just so much going on around the world with businesses and everything else. We've got a whole new world about to come on us. And books like these with the advice and stuff that they have in there are going to be just so on point with how to get back. These books, Clement Stone? Yeah, his books, Napoleon Hill's books, David Schwartz. You think of all of those writers, these books that we've been studying for years, and how their information is going to be even more relevant today than it was, even 5 years ago, because people are going to need to be picking up the pieces now and get moving. And books like the advice and books like these are going to be so relevant to us and help us get through these times. So it was just very interesting reading that and talking about the first chapter with my book accountability partner on that. And so we're looking forward to diving into the rest of it, because I have never read the book Think and Grow Rich from cover to cover. Whenever I have read it, it has, like this one here, I actually got to like halfway through chapter 7 the first time I read it. But other times I will pick up the book and I'll just like open it to a page and read a few pages or a couple of paragraphs and stuff like that. But I've never read the entire book. So I'm really looking forward to, and my book accountability partner has never read the book. So we've got some great stuff coming up. You've got somebody who's kind of read it, some of it, and somebody who's never read it. So you've got two different points of view. So it's going to be very interesting 15 weeks coming up. And then the last thing for today, before I get to go take Zeffy outside in the rain, although I might see how long the rain's going to last before we go outside, is we have another contest going. So we've got another caption this photo. So if you go to my Facebook page, there's a picture of Zeffy laying on the seat here where I am currently sitting. And we want you to put a caption on there. And the caption that gets the most likes, loves, hugs, laughs, or wows will win a personalized journal. Now, these personalized journals, I can't show you mine right now because it's currently on its way here. It'll be here Friday. But these are great journals. We can personalize the picture on the front. We can put your name on it. There's even a little magnetized snap button thing we can do with it, that I can do with it. So, actually, hang on. I might be able to show you this way. Just then I thought I've got a screenshot of a journal on the front of a screenshot on here. Yeah, we're gonna make you bigger. Hang on. I can't wait till Friday when my book arrives, when my mail arrives. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around so I don't know if you can see that very well, but this is a journal. It's got a cloth cover on it, and we can personalize the entire cover here, including this little snap button that's right here. So that can be personalized. This whole thing can be personalized. We can put the person's first name and last name on there, and we can call it, Paul's Adventures. We can call it My Daily Thoughts. We can call it Brain Dump. Whatever you want on there. If you are the winner, you get to customize. Get to pick what you want on this cover and what you want on the snap. We even put like a little picture of your face there on the snap. So we can completely customize it. I think if I remember correctly, it's like a 200-page journal. I'm trying to remember what somebody told me about the description of it, but I can't wait for mine to arrive on Friday. But it's regular journal size. It's going to be awesome, the fact that we can customize this. So you will get, if your comment gets the most likes, loves, hugs, wows, laughs, then you will get to customize your own journal, and we will send it out to you as your prize. And when does the competition end? The competition ends tomorrow night on Facebook Live. So tomorrow night on Facebook Live, we will announce the winner. So go to my Facebook page. You'll see the picture of Zeffie there laying on the seat where I am currently sitting. And I want you to caption that photograph. I've already got a couple of captions in mind. I was actually going to start typing. I thought, well, hang on, let's make this a competition and see what happens. So, so go caption the photo, like, love, hug, laugh at, wow, different. Sorry about the noise. It's getting heavier out there with the rain. You see how bad it's coming down? Don't know if you can see this. See the water pouring off. See how he's got it tilted so it doesn't pool on top of the awning. That's not just a steamed up window, that's the rain coming down. I don't know if you can see it, but you can probably hear it because I'm having to talk louder to get over it. So go put your comment on there. Pick one. If you don't want to put a comment, vote for the other ones by liking them, loving them, hugging them, laughing at them, or wowing them. And the one with the most reactions will get their own personalized journal, and that winner will be announced tomorrow evening on this live. Okay, that's it from us for tonight. I'm going to go check to see how much longer this rain is going to be, because I know how much a certain dog does not like the rain. She's eating her dinner right now, so she doesn't care about going out right now, which is good, because I really don't want to go out in the rain like this either. I mean, I love the rain, I love to go out and dance, but we can't put our awning out, which means as soon as we open that door, we're going to get drenched. We can't put the awning out because I have a tree 3 feet on my passenger's side, and so it doesn't give me enough room to extend my awning, and my awning comes out about as far as this guy's awning does, and you can see it's quite a deep awning. So I don't know if you can see all that water just running off the awning there, but it is coming down quite heavily if you can't hear it on the roof. So have a super fantastic sparkling evening. Go check out Zeffie's photo, comment on it, come up with something creative. We're always looking for creative things. And have a super fantastic sparkling evening. We will catch you guys tomorrow morning with your challenges of the day. He konera.